Hey, Royaiре.
Hey, Auntie, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Listen, I'm jail free and not planning on going, so I think
Ooh,
we're doing good.
don't do that. Don't do that. You playing out the gate. Hey, hey, everybody. You playing out the gate. Don't do that. Don't do
Hey,
that.
Juice. Hey, TK. Hey, Amy J. Welcome in the building. Destiny. Hello, hello, hello. We appreciate y'all for joining us tonight. Latanya, and Tay Tay. What's up, people? Listen, hit that like button. Make sure you're sharing. If you're not a subscriber on both channels, we are live. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva and Royaire's World, and make sure you hit the like button as well. Auntie, tonight we are in for a show.
Oh my God.
It's a
Listen, y'all, it's a lot. We are recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 9. And what episode is this? I got to turn back to my notes. Episode 11. Season 9, episode 11. But before we get in that, we got to talk about the Grand Dame. She had a 2-day trial for this DUI, DWI situation back in March of 2024, right? So she had a DWI, DUI situation where, thank God it was a single person accident. Thank God she survived. Yes, the body cam videos out of control is something else. Now, why they went ahead and showed the whole situation, they wrong for that. They wrong for that. They put the whole
that 30-minute YouTube video together. Y'all should be shamed. Not 30 minutes of foolery.
Yeah, you know what, Savannah Freeway? I had told Royaire that I love to give Ray a hard time, but now that I know what he's fully dealing with, I took my foot up off of Ray's neck. Yeah, Freeway. Ray tried to help her. It was a hot mess. Royaire, go ahead. Let's share a screen and show some of it so we could get into this and talk about it.
Yes. Give me 1 second.
Take your time. Yeah. So yeah, and Ray offered up his like, come on, girl, Stephanie. This was I had a headache last night. I was feeling for Ray. Okay. Ray offered up his license, not hers. You can't make this up. Ray knew his wife was in trouble and he was trying to tell her to shut up. He's like, shut up. She was upset. He was trying to make all excuses. He digging up in the purse trying to find his license. She's telling all the good business. Listen, Karen was tore up from the floor up. I'm not a drinker, so I can't even imagine being that out of it like that. But I am not a drinker, so that's just not one of my vices. Now the shopping is one. Shopping is definitely one, but when it comes to the drinking, that ain't me. But yeah, she vomited in her purse. Child.
I got the video up whenever you're ready. We got a couple of videos we can show the people.
Okay, we're gonna show a little bit.
Listen, welcome in the building, everybody. As you coming in, please remember to hit that like button and the share. We appreciate you guys for joining us tonight. Well, let's get into Karen. Let's see.
What's your name?
My name's Kyle.
I'm Karen. Thank you. They call me the Grand Dame.
The Grand Dame?
I don't know what the fuck that's about. Yeah, they coined it that. Go ahead.
The what?
And they coined it that. They call me the Grand Dame. I'm black, I'm Russian, I own the plantation of fun.
But you don't.
No, just such a fucking here. Poor, white. Just let that shit go. You want to I wouldn't do it. I will rise up. I am who I am. So which one to ask me? Can we? I don't give a fuck. Do you want that black people?
I'm not asking
you. Do you want that black people?
Karen, I'm not
asking
you.
No, I'm really rich. And I will stay in jail for a year or two. Because Jesus, what about like
what?
Poor white, black, green people? You want that black people?
It has nothing to do with any of that.
Yeah, it does. It has everything. So what's your point?
It has zero to do with that. I don't
so,
have to make
I'm sorry.
This happens.
All right, it's not you. I'm sorry. I'm extremely sorry.
Gonna read
I am Thomas Jefferson's concubine.
The computer's
And
gonna
I
continue reading the
have
phone.
no, Jefferson's concubine.
The
And
computer's gonna
I
continue reading the
have
phone.
the
All I
nation.
need
Your
you to do
point
is
is
listen.
what? No, what you need to do is tell me what you want.
All I need you to do is listen. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Could you not Jefferson's concubine?
Okay.
I'm Karen.
Montgomery County Police.
I would rather.
Remember,
I
it
don't
needs to be
like
video,
him.
not a
Okay,
recorder.
I'd rather
It's
her
okay.
not do a lot of talking at this point,
You
anyhow,
want to do
because
that?
she's probably a little bit upset
Well, I'm
after
shook. I'm
the
shook.
thing. So she's.
Can I ask you where you're coming from
Yourself.
tonight? Ma'am.
said she was coming from a friend's house.
Okay. Which way were you driving on Oakland?
Where you have
You
it?
had to
Were you coming from Bradley?
You have it?
I'll take a look.
Yes.
You come from Bradley?
Or wait. Wait, you see it? Yes. Thank you.
You were driving on Bradley or from Bradley? Do you remember the accident?
Yes.
Okay. What happened?
Actually, nothing really. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's just that somebody ran you off the road.
They did.
Someone ran you off the road? Okay.
Yeah.
You remember that vehicle at all?
No.
No, you don't? Okay.
Wait.
You
I
don't.
wouldn't listen.
I understand. It's dark out here. Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
Karen.
Montgomery. Yeah.
Are you okay?
Let me ask you-
He's okay. He's still looking for your license.
No,
He's
Ray, we
still-
don't
hold it.
need him to do anything.
Karen, hold it. I'm
Karen.
looking for your license, baby.
How much you drink tonight?
I'll give you my license if you
No,
want.
I was out, but I'm good.
How much you had to drink? Though? That's my question.
See if your license is in there.
As soon as we catch fire.
Not yet.
Bowles probably already put one on. He's right. Bowles is working on the acre report, so it's probably on there. If not, just have him at it.
Make sure he doesn't have it already.
I think Bowles does.
Somebody have the license?
I think so.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think Bowles. One of my.
All right, I'll
But
check.
can you answer everything
Okay,
for me
okay.
first?
Right.
No, that worked too. Karen, how much you had to
No,
drink
I
tonight?
can talk to my husband.
Okay. Can I talk
to
with?
my husband.
Talk.
Yeah.
I can't talk to your husband. He's not really involved in
Okay.
this incident.
Yeah.
He can help me translate or get
No,
you to
he
cooperate.
is. He is.
Okay. Yeah.
He
Cooperate.
is. He is.
Okay.
He is. You're okay.
How much you had to drink
I-
tonight? How much alcohol?
Ray, are you good?
I'm good. I'm just saying, they're assuming that you had more than you should have,
Good.
and I'm assuming that you had like a couple of beers or something
Yes,
like
that's
that.
all I had.
But
Okay.
You had a couple of beers.
So, that's it.
That's
He
all right.
is. He is.
Okay.
You want to sign this form saying you refuse to submit to an alcohol concentration test?
Tell me what that means.
That you're not going to provide a sample of your breath.
And then how long do I have to stay?
Stay. We're probably talking about another 25, 30 minutes.
I don't.
Sign that.
Here.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, that's fine. You want to sign this form?
Whew.
Child, when you see the whole 30 minutes in one shot, you want to vomit.
It's
Shout
sad.
out to Ray Ray. Shout out to Ray Ray because he was like, you just had a couple beers. He did it so smooth.
Shout out to the sign that took the hit. Shout out to the sign that took the hit.
Listen, Ray Ray was so smooth. He was like, I'm just assuming you just had a couple beers, right? And he said you was coming from this way, right? And he said you upset, right?
You got ran off the road, right? Ray go put the story together for Karen, okay? Shout out to Ray Ray. I don't want to hear another time. Not another scene or season will she disrespect Ray, okay? Done.
Yeah. Shout out to Ray Ray. He said you got ran off the road, right? And she like, yeah. She was tore up.
Where do we begin? Where do you start? How do you Ray Ray narrated the whole incident? Oh my God. Karen, this is really, really sad. Today Karen has been on all of the social media sites. She was on the Shade Room. She's been on People Magazine. She's been on TMZ. I mean, Karen was everywhere today, and it's a true embarrassment, honestly, and unfortunate, that this is what we see of Karen now. It's really, really sad. I was trying to find the Shade Room today.
What's your name?
Penny is right. What friend would let her drive in that condition? She allegedly was with a friend.
And was supposed to be on the phone with her cousin. Wasn't she supposed to be on the phone with her cousin too?
Well, she called her cousin. He couldn't do nothing. And they asked the cousin. The cousin told me, I thought she was all right. Well, you know what? Listen, I know this ain't Karen's first offense, and I know this is a serious situation, but I can't see the grand dame going to jail. Yeah. TK said yes. He heard the crash. Oh my God.
That's what he said. I really want to know who allowed Karen to leave like this, because they are horrible friends and/or family. You can visibly see that Karen is not in her right state of mind. I feel like this is the actual Karen that we don't know. This is who she really is. And her guard was let down, and it was let down at the wrong time. And because of the severity of this situation, I really can't call what they're going to do. I don't see them giving her community service because I feel like that's too light of a sentence. I don't see 2 years of jail, which is the maximum sentence for this type of offense. I don't see 2 years of jail. I can see 60 days.
Let me say this though also. Potomac or wherever this thing was, they wasn't playing with her, because when you bring the cops to testify and the EMT, you ain't right. They all came in there to testify against her, ROYAIRE.
Yo,
how she was cursing them out. They was wrong for that. They had to do all that. They had body cam footage. That's all you need.
Low down and dirty.
Low down and dirty. Now, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Before we even go to begin to recap this particular episode, which was okay, it was blah, but y'all gotta put in the chat. But before you put in the chat, ROYAIRE and I is gonna give our closing remarks, and y'all let us know if you feel that that Karen should do jail time or not. So do you want to go first, ROYAIRE, or should I?
You go ahead, because I want to find one more video to play before we end this.
Okay, so I want to say this. She's a grand dame, and she was, she said, this is her words, that she was emotional because she was thinking about her parents. And I do know that driving under the influence is not right. And yes, Monique, I like what you're saying. And that's why, Monique, like you said, I'm going to recommend no jail time, but mandatory rehab. And then if she doesn't complete the rehab, and if she finds herself in a similar incident like this again, then I'm going to say automatic 5 years behind bars. But my vote is for no jail time for the grand dame. And I'm also going to say this. Shout out to Ray Ray. Shout out to Ray Ray. I used to keep my foot on Ray Ray's neck because I said that, you know what, when he sat on that TV and said he don't know if he loved her or not, I was giving him a hard time. But Ray Ray showed up at the scene of the accident. He showed up, showed out. He was calm and level-headed, and he was trying to give his wife the words that needed to come out his mouth. He said, I don't want her talking right now. But that thing was so pissy drunk, she kept talking. Then, like y'all said, he narrated the whole accident that he wasn't even there for. Shout out to Ray Ray. He is the MVP of this horrific situation because he did try to save his wife. So y'all let me know in the chat what y'all think your recommendation should be for Karen. And Royaire, what are your words on this situation?
My thoughts on this, and I'll find the video a little later and we can play it. But my thoughts on this, you know, this is such a toss up because would we give this same grace to someone who was an individual that we didn't know, who wasn't famous, who wasn't popular, who wasn't on TV? Will we give this same grace? Will we garnish for this same, you know, not go to jail verdict, I guess? I don't know. I'm really tied between the two. And I think I really struggle more so because this is Karen's second offense in a second accident, you know, and it's just kind of at the point, when is enough for you? When do you learn? You know, 2 years, I think, is a lot of time. You know, 30 to 60 days, I think, is a good time frame to really sit and learn a lesson. You know, I think jail time is needed. I'm sorry. Well,
let's hear what Monica to you had to say. She said Teresa went to jail. He said Martha Stewart went to jail and Jen Shaw is in jail. So I say, Grand Dame, bye girl. She goes to jail. Choo choo.
It was the choo choo for me. Oh my God.
Yeah, he does get the husband award.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he does. Well, you know, on that note, Martha Stewart did have to do some jail time. Teresa Giudice from the Real Housewives of New York. Jen Shaw from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Oh my God.
Apollo from the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Peter Thomas.
15 months. Bravo may need to stop production and do some rehab and they the people need to be rehabbed back to good health.
So what could Bravo name the rehab show? What Oh God. Hold on, rehab. The former rehabs. I don't know.
I don't even know.
Real Housewives of Rehab.
Oh my God. The Real Housewives of Rehab.
Oh God. They definitely should suspend her license. But you know what? One of the charges was some failure to change the address. Her paperwork was in order.
It was messed up, yeah.
And shout out to Ray. He said, "Can I just get my license?"
Come on, baddies of Bravo. Come on, Juice. I like that. Come on, baddies of Bravo.
Not Ray talking about, "Can I get my license?" They was like, he cannot talk. This is about you. They said we need her to translate. Not translate.
Ray said, I think she just needs to, you know, be quiet because she's upset right now. She's upset. She's upset.
Shout out to Ray.
She better cater to this man for the rest of her days because Ray had to come out in the middle of the night after his bedtime. Ray was laid up in the bed with his feet crossed, okay? And here come Karen drunk ass calling him. Ray, I hit a tree. Ray. The police is here. Just tell her from the floor.
God. He said, "I think they think you had a little bit too much to drink, but you just had a couple of beers, right?" Listen, Ray is my type of guy. Ray is my type of guy, for sure.
He definitely is. You know, I'm definitely going to take my foot off of Ray's neck from here on because I was going to complain about Ray a little earlier before all of these stories came out because I had seen something that I didn't like that he did. But I got to lift up because, Karen, you have really done a number. I mean, I feel like this is worse than when Ray went bankrupt and didn't tell you or whatever the case was. Like, this is a horrible situation. Like, this is really, really bad. Really
and yes, she told the police, "I'm lit."
I'm Liddy 5,000. I don't know. Karen's gonna have to sit this reunion out. I told you a little earlier today when we talked, I really think that Karen should have not done this season. Karen is probably gonna have to sit this reunion out because the way that they are finna drag Mama, I mean, you can't come back from this. This is really, really bad. Really, really bad. I mean, she was on Fox 5 News in Potomac. The people was talking about, man,
she should have taken a plea deal. Hey, Raheem, she should have taken a plea deal. This is terrible. But let's go ahead and get into today's episode.
Yes, we love you, Karen. We praying for you, and well wishes. I don't want you to go to jail. I really. What else before we move on do you think would be of value or equate to jail time as a sentence for this?
Well, I don't know if she can do a house arrest with probation and an ankle bracelet. I think she does need to have her license suspended because in the day and age of Ubers, this was no excuse for Karen. And I hate to say it, she obviously got a real problem because Cherie said she is known as the drunk of Potomac. I think Karen really needs to get some help. She really does need to go to rehab. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they had alluded to and said that she's been to rehab before. So, it's always sad when people have addictions. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that as well, but I just don't know. I don't know. I don't want Karen to go to jail, but
because Karen is 62, right? She's 62.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, wow. And hey, everybody, we see you out there.
Yes, thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button. We are live on both channels, so make sure you hit the like button on both channels. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe and continue leaving your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. We are reading them.
Yeah. Yes, the group chat between them is off the chain right now. This is sad. I do wish the best for her too. Yeah, she needs rehab. Andanon, he said, what rehab? A wig, lit, poor little Ray. Child. Yeah, inpatient rehab because withdrawal is very scary and you can die. She needs inpatient rehab. Because I'm not even convinced that she really stopped drinking. She stopped drinking on screen because I wouldn't even have had, speaking of this week's episode, Secrets of the Love Lagoon, I wouldn't have had alcohol at my party.
No way.
With an issue, I wouldn't have had alcoholic drinks. I would have been like, yo, this is going to be a dry party. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they call it with no alcohol, like dry. But I wouldn't have had alcohol at my party. I wouldn't have. But let's go ahead and get into this episode because ain't much happened right here.
Not at all. You want to start off? You want me to start off?
I can start off because Mia kids are adorable. Yes. And we start off with Mia. They at an obstacle course, and Mia keeps talking about how the kids know what's going on between her and Gordon, and the kids are 10 toes down. Shout out to the kids because they do not want her to marry Mr. Ink. They're done with it. Okay, they're over it. So that tells you that no matter what G and Mia were doing, those kids love the family unit and they love their father. What are your thoughts on that first scene?
It's finally nice, to see, Mia spending some quality time with the children. I really do like that she is, from what we see, being open and honest with the children, and she's considering the children's feelings. Mia did say that she wants the kids to feel like, that their opinions matter and that they are heard. And so, I don't know how well that's actually playing out in real life, but the fact that she is saying that she's open to hearing their thoughts and opinions and seeing how they feel, that is a good thing. So hopefully those words are actually being played into the actions of the children's lives, because at this stage of the life, with everything that's going on with the children, they definitely need to be heard, and their feelings and opinions need to be mattered with everything that Mia has going on. So yeah, beautiful kids though, and they look just like their father, just like
don't they though? Don't they though? They're adorable. And so I like the fact that she was hanging out with the kids, but I still think it's sad that Mia is using these kids as a storyline. It's not a good look. So we move on to the next scene, where it's Stacey, it's Giselle, and it's Karen. I'm kind of over this TJ and Stacey thing. Like, that's all we get when we meet, when Stacey is in the scene, is her talking about TJ. And I'm over it, because I really don't like TJ. And there's nothing I'm ever going to like about TJ. So that's that. Because I think he's disrespectful. And I think she likes him more than he likes her. And I thought it was a cute scene when they did the flashback, because they met at QVC. I thought that was a cute scene. But I think that Stacey, she thought more of this relationship than what it really was. I think TJ really could be friends with Stacey, but I don't think it needed to go beyond a friendship. And I think when Stacey got the call to do the Real Housewives of Potomac, I really feel like her and TJ made the agreement, and he has come on there to be her boyfriend, but he's being nasty about it. When a man really doesn't want a woman, that's when you get this low-key disrespect, and you get the nastiness, because you see no genuine like love between them. Even as a friend, it don't even listen. I'm closer to my friends. Like I even when I got close friends with my friends, like they ain't gonna speak to me like that. I don't know. TJ is very, very messy. I don't like him, and I'm sick of them talking about him. But anyway, Stacey also talked about her daughter Arabella and how she's a swimmer, and you know she's winning a lot of her swim meets. Karen talks at that lunch how she's going to have TJ gives me weird vibes too, Juice. How she's going to have the Love Lagoon party, and everybody's invited except Jacqueline. And Stacey told him how she knew TJ for a year and he's God fearing. What godly person would treat you that way, Stacey? Stacey is being blinded because he says all of this stuff that he is, but to me, what he says he is and what he shows us, it doesn't line up at all.
At all. I agree with Mimi, Miss Monica. TJ's here for clout. He's on here for clout. As we'll find out a little later with Aunt Dora, they met on QVC, as she said to us before, and I just think it was, she was going through her separation. She was looking for a little puppy love. And I feel that let me not use that word. He made her believe that he was looking for something a little bit more than what he's actually looking for. As you said as well, they've only known each other a year. You don't really know a person in a year, as Karen said as well in this episode. I think Karen and Giselle have good intentions as far as their advice for Stacey. Open up yourself. I wouldn't say open up yourself to peen, but, open up yourself, see what else is out here, and close this current door that you're currently in the midst of right now. Focus on yourself, focus on Arabella, stabilizing yourself in this new journey that you're in. I feel like that's where Stacey's focus really needs to be, and not on TJ. He's not liking you. He's not in love with you, and it's just, there's nothing beneficial for Stacey here. From what I see, TJ is getting all the benefits, because every time TJ is on cam, he's giving 15,000. He's doing the most. He's acting extra, and then the stuff that he be mad about, in my opinion, is not nothing to be mad about. Why are you upset? Because she was talking to other people at a party that you were her plus one at. If anything, you should have been riding behind her, not her riding behind you. But yeah.
Giselle, what the other thing is too? I don't know, especially you would think seasoned people. Now, when I say seasoned, I'm talking Giselle is in her 50s, Karen's in her 60s, and acting as if sex is the end all be all. Like, oh my God, you're not having sex. You will survive. And Maybe it will give you the opportunity to really get to know somebody better on a different level. And listen, the way TJ is, I'm glad she ain't giving him none. Girl, preserve yourself, because he don't deserve nothing. I wouldn't even give him a kiss. Kiss me on the cheek.
Don't even kiss me on the cheek. Just go away from me, please. You know, Giselle is working on her fitness. You know, we did talk about that. So she's trying to get fit and, you know, be a part of her business, you know. So that's a thing. You know, I do like, especially a former first lady, talk about men. That's the facts right there.
Yeah.
That's the real facts right there.
Yeah.
But as we are seeing, you know, Giselle unfold on TV, I feel like that was a role for her and not really a calling. So that's why it speaks the way it does. And then, you know, I love the way that Stacey can look past people's flaws and inconsistencies, because as she said about Giselle is really hardcore on the outside, but she is a softie on the inside. And I hear that from a lot of people. I was watching the Breakfast Club interview with Giselle the other week, and DJ Envy talked about, you know, just how, you know, soft Giselle is when you really do know her for who she is. So I think, you know, Stacey's on to something with that. I do feel like Giselle has a nice soft side to her. And it's been slightly showing this season, slightly.
It's been showing this season, but to me, people can't veer off too much off of who they really are.
Yeah.
And with the way that she was treating, I'm glad she's acting different now, but the way she treated Wendy and Candace for season, yeah, I'm just like, I feel like when you could turn a switch off and on that quickly, I don't know about that particular person, but I do like the way that she is with her daughters. But do you think it's because the Green Eye Barons are aren't at the hip now? I think it's really more because of money. I think Giselle is just acting right because she see now that they did fire Robin, and she also knows that, you know what, if she didn't pull it together, that she would have been next on the chopping block. I think it was money that made her change her behavior, and she not
off HR.
Yeah.
She definitely got that call from HR. Well, that was all for that scene for me. You ready to move on to the next one?
We are, yes. You want me to do it or you got it? I can do it. Okay, go ahead.
So next up, we are all out together. We are having an all cast moment. So Wendy has called all the cast to come out shopping, you know, to have a little, you know, money spending moment. And so Mia shows up, Giselle, Stacey, Karen, Jacqueline, Ashley, all the ladies are here. Now, I don't really understand Jacqueline's role still here in this group. It's like every time we try to bring around Jacqueline, she gets rejected from everything, in my personal opinion. But I'm just like, okay, we'll see. So, you know, Wendy calls Mia the Bulgarian, you know, of the Giselle thinks that Wendy is just doing the most, you know, and so Wendy brings all the ladies together to announce that we are taking a trip. We are doing our cash trip finally, and this is going to be a little liberation celebration in Panama. We are headed to Panama, okay? So, you know, everybody's excited, you know, now everyone is excited except for Kiera, but I don't think Kiera actually knows where she's going. I don't know if she thinks she's going to Florida, Panama, or the actual country, Panama, because she just was confused. But, you know, in the midst of that scene, you know, Karen is talking about her love Lagoon as well that she will be throwing. And so she's excited about that. And so while she's talking about that, you know, Jacqueline and Mia have a little powwow. And, you know, Mia's like, hey, I can't bring Gordon, so I might as well see if I can invite you. So she goes over to the Grand Dame, of course. And, you know, she asks if Jacqueline can come as her +1. And the Grand Dame is not having it. I'm not playing. you know, me and Jacqueline are not in the best of spaces. And so they give us a little montage of just this season alone, how Jacqueline has consistently attacked the Grand Dame over just little stupid petty stuff. And so, you know, she feels it's best that, you know, Jacqueline does not show up. You know, we can keep things copacetic, okay? I think that was pretty much that scene. Anything on that?
I mean, you know, this week was blah, but that scene they went to the clothing store. I mean, I think it was, you know, it was what it was, and Jacqueline, I think she can't find her place, right? She can't find her place, so to speak. So
I just Jacqueline, you don't belong.
Oh, yikes. Well, then is that. But Jacqueline needs this check, so I need her to keep being something, because we know in real time she's pregnant, and Jacqueline, she seems like, I don't want to be fresh, but Jacqueline doesn't seem like she's 100% there. Like, if we all have an elevator that goes to the 10th floor, Jacqueline's just stuck on the 2nd floor. Now, I'm assuming the dad is her on again, off again baby daddy. And my thing is, why would you hurt? Yeah, Savannah, she's pregnant. See if you can bring up her Instagram where I talk. Why would you have a 3rd child and you're on purpose and you're not married, and this man doesn't even really want to acknowledge you like that? I mean, that just doesn't make sense to me. But if that's what they're doing in these streets, then that's what they're doing. Like, it's just crazy to me. It's like total insanity. So because Jacqueline needs a job, and I don't know what she's getting as this friend of role. I'm gonna call her friend of. I'm not even quite sure if she's just a poppin' or what her situation is. But she needs this job. Yes, Jacqueline can't find her place because she's hiding behind Mia. Well, you done said a word right there, Juice. You done said a word right there. But I think she's hiding behind Mia because you know, she just doesn't know her own place. Yeah, that's Jacqueline in current time. She's pregnant. And so you doing a maternity photo shoot and the baby daddy is not in it? This is stupid. This is the nonsense that a show like The Real Housewives of Potomac is promoting. A bunch of single people. And now we got a single person. She looks beautiful. But now, yeah, where's PP? Come on, TK. Where's PP?
You don't want to be mixed up in this foolishness.
Yeah.
You don't want nothing to do with this.
So you got a whole photo shoot with your pregnancy and the daddy is not in the photos. At least Nick Cannon shows up for the photos.
Oh, girl, what if Ink the baby daddy?
Ink ain't that baby daddy. This is terrible, though. You got The Real Housewives of Potomac, and here she is. She's single and pregnant. This is stupid. There you go. There go another reality show for Bravo. Single and pregnant. This is just stupid. Now, Juice said he taking the photos. He could have put it on a timer and got in one of the photos. Now she's in her happy girl era. You having another baby and you single. What's to be happy about that?
And you good and grown. She is not a young.
She's not a young girl. She's good and grown. This is just straight stupid and pregnant. Come on, Savannah. This is just dumb. This is just dumb. It's dumb. And she worried about it. She gonna get invited to a Karen event or whatever the case may be. But Karen is paying her dust.
No.
But Karen may be, we're gonna see who be visiting Karen in that jail. She may have to get close to Jacqueline. I don't know. But as she talked about Josh during this little clothing outing, it was what it was.
It was what it was.
It was what it was.
So we can move on to the next scene. Yeah. So Kiera and her brother and Greg are all together. You know, they are having a nice little moment of cheers as we are going to Panama. Kiera doesn't know, you know, whether or not we're going to the country Panama or if we're going to Panama and Florida. But Greg says, I need you to figure that out very quickly and figure out what you're doing. Giselle is an empty nester. We have 3 divorces going on in the group. And Wendy has turned 40. And she's in her liberation era. So we're going to Panama to celebrate. Greg is not a fan of this show, nor a fan of this group. He does not support Kiera being on this show or being in this group. Greg is a very old-fashioned man. Greg, you know, wants a homely wife, you know, who's going to get up and put on her gown and, you know, make breakfast and make coffee and take care of the home, you know, and things like that. He wants a moo-moo type of housewife. Kiera wants a man, you know, who's going to get up and party and have fun and take care of himself. How this relationship is going to work out, I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like Kiera even wants kids, because when her brother brought up the conversation of, you know, kids coming, Kiera was not into it. Now, ma'am, you already have 3 daughters, you know, because I believe they was said that Greg has 3 girls, correct? I believe that was mentioned earlier. Okay. I don't know. I don't like this couple. I really tried to pull as much as I could from this scene. I don't like the way Greg treats her. I don't like the way she receives his treatment. It's like she's in it, but she's out of it, and she wants to stay, but she doesn't want to stay. I want to know exactly what this man has that has you so held bound to staying in this relationship. To me, in my personal opinion, it seems like an abusive relationship, verbally and mentally. That's just what I see. I'm calling what I see. I'm not saying anything at all, but that's just what I feel. My eyes and body is watching and feeling. I'm just not too sure about this relationship. I think they both need to go their separate ways, and she can join the Housewives, you know, the Single Housewives Club, literally. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I like the Single Housewives Club. Brian, Kiera's brother, and Greg was like, "Oh, are 3 divorces because of the show?" Yeah, come on, TK. Emotional and manipulation. Come on now. I like that.
I like that. Yes.
So Greg, okay, how do I want to put this? So Greg didn't get down on one knee. He's okay with bamboozling you. He okay with that. Well, he don't. You know why he don't want her on this show? Because she might get told some truths and might wake up and leave us behind. So he was okay with bamboozling you. You sold your house or moved out of your residence and moved into his while y'all allegedly building a house together. A good storyline is to go show us the dirt, the land, the spot upon which y'all building this house together. I want to see the house. Where's the house? Where's the house? I want to see it. I want to see some dirt. I want to see some land, some curtains, some windows. Where is the house that y'all building together? So he bamboozled you. You done moved out your house and moved into his. You got your own business, but yet you work in your business and you working for him. Girl, emotional manipulation. You ain't never lie. Okay? So now you work in your business, his business. You done moved into his house, and he wants you to cook and clean too and be a real housewife when you running 2 businesses, his and yours. And then he don't want you on the show, and the show give you an extra little bit of coins on the side, which can help you build the house quicker and get the furniture in the house. But he ain't a big fan of the show, and he ain't really supporting you. He giving little side digs. And he got 3 kids and all of that child support. She better than me.
Not the child support.
Yeah, the child support. Come on, Stephanie. He got kids.
Monique Austin said, have we seen her business on the show? You know, I really feel like her business is giving Mia's business. It's Greg's family's business. But, you know, Kiera is saying she owned the business. That's
they showed it. It's a skincare line. advertising his business. Now her business, they showed for a smidgen. I don't even know the name of it. But you're right, she always at his business. Kiara doing too much. But you know what? Her mother was on there because her mother came over one day when he was sick and was in the kitchen talking to her. And I know at the end of the day, we can't force our kids to do nothing. But I would have did like Giselle's father did when they put him on the screen. Remember when Giselle was trying to get back with Jamal, and he said that man got too many baby mothers.
No.
And he said, "Get this mic off of me because I ain't with this." Woo. He said, "Get the mic off." I would have told my daughter up in her new man house that I'm not with this. I don't want to be one of them girls that's desperate for a ring. You don't have to be desperate for a ring, girlfriend, but you could be smart enough to say, I'm not about to move in here with no man that got 3 kids. I'm not doing all that. That scene was
It was hard to watch for sure. It was awkward. It was uncomfortable, and there are some secrets in their relationships that they're not being completely honest about. And it was very uncomfortable. And it was awkward. I'm not in support of this relationship at all.
I'm with you, Ray. We're not supporting this message. No, we're not. But we do not approve.
We do not approve. Next message. So Stacey and Aunt Dora are having lunch together. Aunt Dora is Stacey's father's younger sister, but they have become so close that they're more like sisters. So she just calls her Dora. Dora, is here just, to support. I saw this as a supportive scene for Stacey. Aunt Dora is kind of updating to see where she's at. Stacey is in the middle of filing for divorce. If you have not known, just a couple of episodes ago, we were at mediation. And so Stacey has a couple of more mediations. Stacey opens up and says that she feels, happier when she's separate from her ex. She feels like she's in a good place. Aunt Dora gave her some advice and said, continue doing what you're doing. Stay single. Make sure you close this door before you open another one. She asks Stacey, is she seeing anybody? Is she talking to anybody? Well, she's talking to her best friend. Her best friend's name is TJ. Aunt Dora wants to know, is TJ the same guy down at the QVC that, the cute one? And it is, Stacey opened up and said that Arabella has met her best friend, but the only reason she's met him is because she's met all her co-workers at work. Okay. Aunt Dora says, you may want to think about, seeing where this relationship may go. Stacey said, they've only known each other for a year. They're not sleeping together. And she feels like that's best because if they were sleeping together, she would be lost and confused and not know, really where to go from here. Aunt Dora said that's probably the best thing, close that door that you're currently in the midst of, before you open a new one. Your thoughts and opinions on that?
Aunt Dora was cute.
Mm-hmm.
The conversation was the conversation.
It was all over the place to me.
It was. And TJ is a hot mess.
And
they don't know. And I'm going to give them time. I don't want Stacey to get kicked off the show. I'm going to give them time. Okay. But right now, Stacey, blah. Yeah. And because everything is about TJ, and I'm over TJ.
And I feel like she has so much more outside of him. And I don't understand why she's riding this man like it's his show. Girl, this is your show.
She has no other storyline because she can't really talk. That husband already told her, you could go on this show because you need to make money because you ain't going to get none of my money when this is over because they got a prenup. He ain't about to give her a dime.
Oh my God.
It's going to be a struggle because he's not giving her a dime. He's not giving her one red penny. Okay. He's not giving her a dime. And he's
because it was stuff in her name that she didn't even know about.
That part. And let's be clear, Arabella will be going with daddy. Yeah, Arabella's going with daddy.
You think so?
I know so. That I could tell that's the type of man he is. Arabella's going with daddy.
Do you think she's the type of woman to fight?
She don't got it in her. She don't got it in her. She don't got it in her. And I'm feeling, and by the time she wake up and realize that she been bamboozled by the husband, it's going to be too late. He's the one with the money. He got the top lawyers. She signed a prenup. And right now, he is just, you know, he's just moving along to go along. And he already hit all the money. Yeah, he did it. He hit everything. And like she said herself, when she went to mediation, she found out there was stuff in her name. Good luck, Stacey, because I like Stacey. And Stacey is naturally absolutely beautiful. She really is. Inside and out.
Inside out. She has a great personality. Yes, she's funny. And that's why I'm not giving up on Stacey. I feel like we need to let TJ go, and we need to do some soul searching and figure out what we can bring to the Bravo TV that we have not seen. I love the fact that she is very strict on her boundaries as far as sleeping with someone and things of that nature. She has such great qualities, and I just want to see what she has to offer us outside of TJ. It's got to be something more. It's got to be.
Yeah, you know, Justina, I hear you, Diva. I hope she preferred to be with her mother for numerous reasons, positive reasons. I think the little girl probably would, but the problem is when people have money, money rules the courts. I hate to say that. We could think otherwise, but when people have money, money runs the courts. Yeah. And unfortunately, when people start to get nasty, they get nasty. And you know, they said the person you married is not the person you're divorcing. You know, the person you marry, I would never do that to you. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. And then when you get in a divorce, you be like, who the heck is that? Where did that person come from? They get nasty. Yeah. And a lot of men, when it comes to their money, they just get back. Listen, I just read a story about Dennis Rodman, daughter, saying that, you know, he's not her dad. She don't even know him like that. And she said when her mother and Dennis Rodman was getting a divorce, he supported them all the way up into the divorce. And then she said once they got divorced, it was like he said F them. And they struggled. So I don't know what it is with some men. Now, there are some stand-up guys out there. There are some stand-up guys that whether they divorce you or whatever the case may be, they will forever make sure that you and their kids are good. And then you have other guys that want to act as if their past never existed and they wouldn't give a darn if you and the kids they had with you fell in a hole and never came out. But I picture from the way this is seeming to me right now, I feel like Stacey X, he's going to take that daughter only really because he don't want to pay her no money. And that's going to be that. But
yeah, because Ocean Dreaming is saying she read that he's a higher up in the Audi Corporation.
I picture that. I picture the man has money. Yeah, men get hurt during divorce. So yeah, but yeah, I've seen some ugliness go on, but I don't know.
Yeah. I really, really hope Stacey can open up her eyes and see that this man is not good for her. And we will definitely see that in the Love Lagoon scene as well. But before we get to that, let's get on Giselle's date with Namza, okay? Now, you know, this scene was probably one of the fun scenes for me of the night. It was really nice to see Giselle let her hair down, kind of, you know, just have fun. So Giselle is on her first date with Namza, and she met Namza back at the speed dating event a couple of episodes ago that she did with Ashley. And so, you know, they're at a salsa dancing club, okay? So Giselle comes in, you know, he greets Giselle. She says she's looking beautiful. She came, you know, showed up and showed out tonight. You know, Giselle does open up to Namza and says, now listen, I can't dance. I don't have rhythm, but I'm willing to learn, you know? And he said, that's all it takes. As long as you're willing to learn, I can take it from there. They order their drinks. Giselle is a straight no chaser type of girl, you know, and it seemed like Namza really liked that. let's see. Giselle wanted to kind of figure out, who Namza was, outside of being, originally from DC, but he's lived out in Florida and worked down there, and so he's back, so they toast to themselves and to Giselle's dimples. He loves Giselle's dimples. Giselle wants to know a few questions from Mr. Namza, so she asks Michael Jordan versus LeBron. She says LeBron. He says LeBron. Tupac versus Biggie. He says Biggie. Giselle wanted to know if he's been to jail. Namza has not been to jail. He's not a criminal. He's never been married. He is not engaged. Namza's favorite color is green. Shout out to the Green family. That's me. Giselle kind of is a little on the saucier side with Namza because Giselle likes a bad boy. She likes a man, that's got a little flair to him. A man that's been to jail a few times, that knows how to hold his own. She likes to be, knocked down a few times, choked up, beat down. She wants a roughneck, okay?
Beat you.
She's here for it. That's what she said, okay? Giselle had a great time on this first date. They got on the floor and danced and did their little thing. I seen her salsa and I was like, okay, Giselle, we see you. This was a night cue scene. So your thoughts and opinions?
Yeah, Giselle needs to grow up. I agree with you, Emmanuel. She's in her 50s. And you want a man that's mean to you? Yeah, it was weird. Would she want her daughters to have a man that's mean to them? Yes, she got 3 daughters and she really sitting up on TV with this foolery. She wants a roughneck. Girl. But didn't you, Giselle, and this is no disrespect, when she was with Jamal Bryan and went through all that she went through with Jamal, it was said, I don't know how true it is, that she had to end up going into like an institution to recover because she was so distraught and she went through a lot emotionally. Why the heck would you want somebody like that again in your life? Like that just don't even make no sense. It's stupid. A roughneck. Yeah, I hope she misspoke too, or but what we're finding is that these people will do anything for a reality check. I mean, like literally anything. She sounded stupid. It was a stupid scene. And I thought he said green because her eyes were green. But you know what? I ain't mad at him for playing the game. Hey.
Playing the game. I mean,
go ahead.
I don't want to say I don't see anything wrong with what Giselle is desiring, but I'm going to say that I don't see anything wrong with what she's desiring because you pick who you are. Giselle is a mean girl. She's nasty. She can be disrespectful, and I think she needs an even playing field. That's who she is, and 9 times out of 10, who you are is who you want to be with. So,
I don't know. Giselle just does some just ridiculous things to me. It's almost like she's a grown up, but she's still a child inside. It's just ridiculous, and the only scenes I like with Giselle, are the scenes with her daughters.
Yeah, that's true.
Are the scenes with her daughters. Other than that, I think it's a whole lot of tomfoolery with Giselle. But the guy and her did look cute together. I did like them together, and he seems like a real, he seems like it's really a date, sort of. Versus the young guy that she was with the last season or whatever, that could have been going dating one of her daughters. Like,
that was so weird.
Yeah, so
Daniel, I listened to that interview as well. She did break up with him because he was too nice and would compliment her too much. That is exactly what she said. He was too nice and he would compliment her too much.
She's stupid. That's just stupid. That is real stupid.
Oh my God.
Because he was too nice and complimented you too much. Well, you know what? She needs therapy then. She needs therapy, really. Yeah. She does need therapy. If you breaking up with somebody because they was too nice and they complimented you too much, then you need therapy.
You got way too much going on.
Yeah, you need therapy. Yeah, that's a point blank in the period. And so, what are you instilling in your girls about
that part?
Somebody's too nice to you and compliments you too much. What are you instilling in your 3 daughters? She sounds stupid. She needs therapy.
Yeah.
Yes, come on, TK. That screams therapy. That's dumb. Because listen, I ain't got nothing for you if you ain't nice to me. I'm going to release you back to where you belong, the streets.
Not the street.
Child, I tell you all the time, if they for the streets, leave them there.
Leave them there.
I ain't
Leave
taking
them
nobody
there.
else. I'm
Look,
too old.
leave it there.
Yes. Let's get to this ridiculous Love Lagoon party.
Listen, you want to talk
the
about
mermaids in the pool?
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real short and sweet. The mermaids in the pool. I was like, Wendy coming through saying, yeah, they was inspired by me. Did it look? There was a decoration. Was the decoration similar to Wendy's party? Absolutely, yes.
It was wildly similar to Wendy's party.
Yes,
wildly.
yes. It was, and I give that to her. But you know what? It was a nice setup. Okay. Do I think we needed the mermaids in the pool? No. See, let me say this, and I'm gonna say this in a very low level way. Now that the whole world has learned about the alleged freak off parties, I think all parties thrown by individuals, you got to keep it low level. There was no need to have the mermaids in the pool because it got Ray Ray excited.
Too excited. Ray Ray was ready to break his neck trying to help the mermaids to get down the steps into the water. Ray Ray was doing way too much, but I said I was going to take my foot off Ray Ray's neck because he out here saving, being Captain Save-A-Ho, saving Karen. So we going to let it be. But Ray Ray was doing a lot.
Listen, if we never saw that body cam footage, my foot would have been on Ray Ray's neck. But Ray Ray is the MVP. I'm not going to say nothing, but honey, he was happy. He was shaking hands. He's like, no, I'm going to go on the other side. Karen even was like, what you said, Ray Ray?
Because Ray Ray was ready to break his neck, trying to help them down the stairs. I was like, Ray, dang. Yes. It's like you ain't never seen a beautiful woman before. And the girls wasn't even that cute.
That part, I hate to say, not trying to be fresh. Yeah, Ray Ray was ready to swim with the mermaids. Yes, he was. Okay. So,
they can't even swim.
Yeah, child. So we had the mermaids there, Josh and Ashley, and what's the name? And Giselle and what's his name? Nims. Yeah, we're gonna call them Nims. They rode together in the car, which I thought was a cute ride together since they met their dates at the dating situation.
Yes, that was cute.
I thought that was cute. And honey, Ashley said no, she gonna protect Josh when he went.
Who gonna check me, boo? That's what it was giving.
But don't she know how to treat a man? She don't care that she met him 2 days ago. She falls easy, Ashley. I think Ashley falls easy.
Yes.
But Josh is a cutie pie. Yes, he is. And listen, let's be clear. Ashley got body, and she's a very pretty girl. Yes. And Josh is all into it. You could tell. Josh is loving every second of it. Okay.
They was in love with each other.
Yes, they are. Because I do believe.
They're in love with each other. They done sipped the potions. Look, Eugene then gave them the potion.
Listen, I do believe Ashley and Josh already, was together. But anywho, we'll move on. I do believe they're a cute couple. And then, and so Nims, that's his name. What's his name? Nims asked Giselle, you gonna protect me? Giselle talking about no. See, Giselle, that's why you single now. Giselle, you gonna be 60 and single. And you better take some tips from Ashley. Ashley just met this man. She said, don't worry, I'm gonna protect you.
I'm gonna hold you down.
Hold you down at the Love Lagoon party. Okay. So, that they came together. So TJ and Stacey came together. TJ is a piece of work. Well, I ain't trying to say she fast, but listen. Ashley liked to do what she liked to do. And if she gave him some, that's Ashley and Josh's business. But Josh looked very happy. I'm happy for Josh, okay? Whatever this means or doesn't mean, I'm happy for Josh. They're a cute couple. So, what's the name? Greg and Kiara came together. TJ and Stacey, Wendy and Eddie, Jazzy and her man Darius. They another couple. You know who's running neck to neck with their same similar type of situation with their man? Jazzy and Darius, and then Greg and Kiara.
Lost and confused.
Yeah, I like that.
The blind leading the blind.
The blind leading the blind, lost and confused. First of all, Jazzy, when your man has two, and I listen, I'm not mad if you get with somebody that got the kids, but when your man has 2 kids under 2, I think that's a problem. And y'all been together 2 years.
2 kids under 2 that he was hiding from you.
And y'all been together for 2 years. That math ain't mathing, Royaire's. How you got a man that got 2 kids under 2 and y'all been together for 2 years? How they do that?
And I believe it's 2 different baby mamas.
No, it's the same baby mama.
It's the same? Okay.
And that baby mama has spoke out on the Instagram and she said that Jazzy ain't telling the whole truth. But we'll carry on.
Jazzy.
But Jazzy came there. Her family got a winery or something. Well, don't tell me Jazzy come from money.
Listen, sometimes them be the dumbest ones to put up with the dummy.
Jazzy come from money.
It's giving Hillary Banks.
We're gonna need her to wait. Oh, Paige said the baby mother did an interview. Paige, you gotta tell us what the baby mother said.
Drop the link in the comments if you can find it.
Yeah, tell us what the baby mother has said. So okay, so we got them, right? And then we got who else said? Mia came by herself. Because Mia said, Gordon was wherever, Ink was getting some award. So she showed up by herself. Okay, so Mia was there, right? So they played the love game. Listen, this love game was stupid. One of the questions was do you know if your partner ever cheated? What another question was, who's more, are you submissive in bed or whatever, dominant in bed or whatever? Let's do with the cheating question. That's where Jazzy and Darius comes in. Darius said, no, my boy never cheated. And Jazzy takes this as an opportunity because she thought it was a therapy session. And she was like, well, yeah, I do feel you cheated. And he said, look, I ain't never cheat when we was actually together. This was stupid. They got mad because Ray said, no, I never cheated. And he said, and I don't believe that Karen ever cheated. And then the crowd got silent. Okay.
Not the montage playback of everybody who mentioned blue eyes.
Child. And listen, I wasn't too confident that the night she got in her accident that she was with her girlfriend. Well, but you know what? I gotta let Karen live. I'm gonna move on. Mia talked about a cheating thing. I don't know, was stupid. Nobody else really cheated. Now, here's the question where I had a problem with when they talked about dominance. I swear to goodness, every time TJ talks, it's to disrespect Stacey on the highest level, not even low level, not even mid level, like on the highest level. So Stacey said, did she say she's not dominant or she is dominant, whatever? And TJ want to let her know, well, even though we ain't having sex now, if we was, you would never be more dominant than me. I'm gonna need TJ to get off the TV screen and get out of our face. I would rather Stacey have come up there as just a person getting divorced and not dating. I do not like TJ. I do not like TJ. And what you want to say about that scene, Royaire's?
TJ's so nasty, so rude, disgusting. It's just like he's always in a pissing competition with Stacey. If she says something, that's strong, he got to come out on top and say something more stronger and powerful. If she's doing something that's, not having him involved, he got to make a big deal about it. It was just so disrespectful. Jazzy and Darius, obviously there's some confusion in their household and in their relationship. I think both of them are lying to each other. She was sleeping with him knowing he had a girlfriend, and he was cheating on you knowing, whatever was going on with y'all. It is what it is. Let's be open and honest and not play the blame game. I feel like Jazzy is trying to take that blame off of her in regards of being the side chick. You were the side chick, play your role, claim your role, and let's move on. I definitely do not believe that Wendy and Eddie have had any infidelity in their marriage. I think this is the most stable marriage on this show. I love them. I support them. Go Wendy and Eddie. Karen and Ray, I think because of the circumstances that Karen and Ray have currently going on, I think that's why they were rooting for each other the way that they were. Had that not been the case, I think things would be a little bit different in that conversation. Yeah, I think that was everybody that talked about that question, right? As far as the dominancy role in the relationships, I just felt like that was a stupid question. I feel that there could have been better questions asked that would have been able to allow everyone to get to know everyone on a different level outside of this sexual theme that everybody has this uppity for. Like, I just don't get it. Like, just stop. Let's actually talk about something that's worth having a conversation. I love the way that Karen brought in the ladies with her what were they? The Grantinis. I thought that was super, super cute. The blue Grantinis with the smoke. That was super dope. It was nice having everybody there. I thought this was a beautiful scene, but I wish we would have had more questions that were just could have allowed us to get to know each other outside of the BS. That's what my thought was on this.
I think, I don't know. I it's like you got a dinner table. Can we have dinner? I'm hoping that TJ, I don't know, do you know how many more episodes we have of the Real Housewives of Potomac?
We're on episode 11. Normally they're between 15 to 16 episodes normally in a season. So I would say probably about 4 more at the, 5 at the max, I would say. But probably 4 to 5 more. And hopefully TJ and Stacey will break up in between these 4 to 5 episodes.
Amen.
That's what I'm rooting for.
And we ain't trying to break nobody up, but we are trying to break them up. We done with TJ.
We are done. And, I'm all about healthy relationships.
Yes.
This is not a healthy relationship. You can't learn anything from this relationship. He's not trying to show you anything. So stop wasting your time, Stacey. You are beautiful. And there are way too many men out here for you to settle with this goofball. You sleeping with a Bugs Bunny, sir? Grown, sleeping with a Bugs Bunny. I'm sorry. He's gay, Stacey. Let's find somebody that's actually in our league who you can work with. Period.
Yeah. I feel that way too, Roy. Yeah. And you know what? And listen, be you, TJ.
Yeah, no judgment.
I would have rather, you know what, Roy? Yeah, I would have rather he came up there as just a friend.
Yes.
Versus a friend. Thank you. I mean,
Emmanuel. Yes. 6 more.
Versus a friend that she was dating. They seemed like when they was on QVC, that little clip they showed us, it seemed like they was having fun together as friends.
Yes.
I think they should have kept it there and just a good friend that's supporting her through her divorce versus this is someone she's dating because he's nasty to her.
Yeah. And I would think that after being in a relationship for 15 years and you falling out of love with this man, that you know what non-love looks like. Yeah. But honestly, she doesn't know yet. So yeah, Stacey.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Roy. I think she's saying what she has to say because her husband no longer wants to be in this marriage. But I think Stacey still loves her husband, and I think Stacey still will want her marriage if that's what they could have. But I think the husband was done, to be honest with you.
I can see that.
Yeah, I think the husband was done. And Stacey's just trying to find her way. And she's really trying to find her way because not only does she have to find her way, she has to find her way financially too. Because I think that he was the money. And
she said she hadn't paid a bill in 15 years.
Yeah.
And girl, 15 years from now, bills look totally different. Trust.
I know. But and I'm hoping he doesn't. I hope he doesn't do her dirty, the husband. That's my hope for Stacey.
We shall see. We definitely shall see. In the ending of that episode as well, we see that Jacqueline is coming in with some balloons and her little dog too. And we roll into next week's episode. So yes, shout out to the gay best friend. That is what it's giving. That's what's really giving. That's really what it's giving.
Yeah. And I'm surprised I would care. I wouldn't. I wouldn't go on the show and destroy and have my reputation because this is not making him look good. Paige said slow Jacqueline. Jacqueline, Jacqueline, first of all, you know, when Kenya Moore busted up on what was her name party and she came in there, Kenya Moore hair care. You know, she did a whole scene, right? Jacqueline just coming with these balloons and her dog. She don't even know how to come to a party that she's not invited to. You got to make a grand entrance. You got to have something.
Trunks.
Yeah.
And that she did not do at all. It was horrible.
It was just awful. And not Mia, because if you saw the previews for the next week, not Mia ends up walking her out. Come on, Jacqueline. You said you didn't want to go there. So why show up anyway?
Walking her out with Ray Ray by her side, but we're gonna keep our foot off Ray Ray neck.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna play this clip. Y'all make sure you're hitting that like button. Thank you so much for joining for us. We're gonna watch this real quick and then we'll get our final thoughts.
Five-star fighting accusations of drunk driving.
Potomac cast member Karen Huger is in court facing 8 charges. We first reported on her case in March when authorities say Huger crashed her Maserati in Potomac.
And Fox 5's Lily Zhang is in Rockville tonight with an update on the trial.
Since March, defense attorneys for Karen Huger have tried to get her case dismissed. Today, at least 2 officers testified, putting in their own words what was previously described in court documents as, quote, uncooperative behavior from Huger the night she was arrested. The incident in question happened on March 19th, just before midnight. Authorities say Karen Huger crashed her 2017 Maserati by Oakland Drive in Potomac. She faces a total of 8 charges, including driving while impaired by alcohol. In court today, we heard from a witness who said the car smelled like alcohol that night. We also heard from a volunteer EMT who responded. She says Huger refused to be treated and used profanity while addressing some first responders. Another officer on the stand described her as dismissive when asked for her license and registration. This summer, Huger's attorneys tried to get the case dismissed. In this filing, they claimed evidence collected in this case was a result of an illegal search and seizure, adding she was never read her Miranda rights. Prosecutors, however, said some of her statements were made while medics were trying to treat her. A defense attorney not affiliated with this case says typically in Maryland, a DUI carries up to 12 months in prison. For DWIs, it's a max of 60 days.
I'll tell you, it's unlikely that anybody would see the inside of a jail cell as a first offender with a conviction on either of those types of offenses, unless there were aggravating circumstances or aggravating factors like a bad accident and injury associated with that accident.
Now, that same attorney you just heard from says body camera videos can be critical in a case like this. Some videos were played today in court for this jury. This trial is expected to last 2 days.
A Real Housewives star.
Imagine you being on somebody's TV screen every Sunday, Auntie, and then you scroll across the news.
Let me give you my final thoughts. This particular episode, I like. Oh, yeah, sure.
All right. Before you give your final thoughts, we appreciate y'all for joining us. We want you to please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section on a scale of 1 to 10 as we are giving our review. Please let us know on a 1 how well you thought this episode was, not so good, or a 10, one of the best episodes ever. We will read those in just a moment as we give our final thoughts and opinions. So on a scale of 1 to 10, let us know what you thought of season 9, episode 11, Secrets of the Love Lagoon. Your thoughts, Auntie?
Thank you. I'm giving this a 5, and not because it was just calm. I don't need rah-rah all the time, but a 5 because all the scenes were mid. Okay? A 5. They went to the clothing store. Stacey and her conversations. The Love Lagoon party. The date between Giselle and Nims. So I'm giving it a 5. Didn't love it, didn't hate it. I'm somewhere in the middle, and that's why I'm giving out a 1 to 10 a 5. What if I had to say the best scene in this whole episode is Ray Ray fawning over the mermaids?
Not about to break his neck.
So, and you matter of fact, you know what? Just because of Ray, I up it to a 6. He was giving me life, okay? I'm up it to a 6 because of Ray. Yes, I will. Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. Well, for me, I'm going to give it a 3. This was probably, in my personal opinion, one of the worst episodes. I just feel like you said, everything was slacking. You know, it was the Love Lagoon. I expected so much more as far as, you know, getting to know the new couples, getting to know the older couples, you know, finding out. I feel like that would have been a great space for everyone to share who is in a relationship, you know, what keeps their relationship, what has kept them. And for those who are in the newer relationships, what they're looking for in their next relationships or in the current relationships that they're in. There could have just been so much more substance out of this episode. And it just was not giving. For that reason, it's a 3 for me.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you. You are right. That Love Lagoon party, it could have been some better, more mature questions, because we got a lot of mature people at couples at this thing, right? And you're talking, let me say, what is his name? You're talking Wendy and Eddie. They are a good
strong foundation.
That strong foundation. Thank you for those words. Then you got what's the name? Karen
Ray.
Ray, and all that they've been through. So you're right. The questions could have had more substance, and I would have liked it if they would have been giving advice to Josh and Ashley and Giselle and Nims. Because, you know, that's to me would have been more, you know, whatever the case may be. And then I also think that too, that they should have been giving some advice to Mia, because the way she's handling this divorce and ink, it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? So I think you are right. And then you know what? The 2 newbies in the group, Jazzy and Kiara,
they clearly need help.
Yeah, they definitely could have been some more conversation around that. Because both of them, like I said, they got some similar but differing things going on in their relationships. And Jazzy, if you thought your man is cheated, why are we here?
Okay. K Mocha is giving this episode a 7. Lexi Lynn is giving it an 8. Monique Austin is giving it a 6. Lisa is giving it a 7. I like the couple, the couple's banter, excuse me. Ocean Dreaming is giving it an 8. Justina Williams, Still Feel. It's nothing like Real Housewives of Potomac. She's giving it an 8 through a 9. Okay. Lakeisha's giving it a 7. Savannah said a 7. Paige said a 7.5. TK said, love y'all. We appreciate you. Thank you. Raheem is giving it a 5. I give Karen a not the breathalyzer. That she refused to breathe in and say,
well, you want to know what's wild, Roy? I thought that was wild. You wasn't that drunk because you was like, nah, I will not be taking this breathalyzer test. Where do I sign? Child, it's a mess. It's a mess. Karen, she too old for this.
Way too old for this. And yeah, this is a lot. TK, you gave it a 10. Okay, thank you so much. Well, that was episode 11, season 9 of the Real Housewives of Potomac, Secrets of the Love Lagoon. Next week, I'm excited to see how, you know, this Jacqueline situation is going to turn out, you know, and where this is going to put Mia in regards to her relationship with Karen. I know they've been trying to work on their relationship, but I don't know if this is going to be so good for them. So we will see. Y'all stay tuned to our channel. We are recapping Married to Medicine as well, so we'll be recapping that. So just stay tuned. We have recapped all the way up until episode 11 of the Real Housewives of Potomac. So if you've missed any of our recaps, feel free to go back, hit that like button on those videos. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Are you going live tonight?
I am. Probably around 8:30.
Okay, it's a lot to talk about. So join Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva over on her channel at 8:30 for trending topics. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Hit the like button. Turn your notification bells on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video with you in mind.
And we will be doing Married to Medicine, which was another mid episode. It was like, but we will do. We're going to recap. So we'll tell y'all when.
Shout out to the replay crew. Those of you who watch the replay, we appreciate y'all so much for your comments. We do read the comments, so we appreciate y'all. Anything else this week, Auntie?
No, we're good.
All righty. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Bye, y'all.